Are you reeling with the wrong hand? A walleye bites off way more than it can chew, and apparently fish can get addicted to meth. We got all that and more coming up right now in Target Walleye's Top 5, presented by Seafoam. Let's dive on in. Number 1. It doesn't seem to matter what hand you reel with. No matter what, someone is going to call you out, tell you you're reeling with the wrong hand, reeling backwards, you're a southpaw, whatever you want to call it. So I decided to do a quick poll over on Facebook. 37% of folks reel with their left hand or their right hand, depending if it's a spinning reel or a bait caster. 34% reel with their left hand exclusively, and 29% reel with their right hand exclusively. So that's dang near an even split. So does that mean that everybody is wrong? But if anybody isn't right, wouldn't it be the folks that are switching hands depending on what type of reel? I mean, to me, that's like writing with your left hand with a pencil and then switching to your right hand when you're using a Sharpie because it's bigger and beefier. Or maybe shooting left-handed with a .22 and switching to righty with a shotgun. I never did understand the switching hand things, and it seems like the folks who do it can't explain why they do.
I don't know.
And it's also funny because those are the people who seem to dish out the most dirt saying that you're reeling with the wrong hand. What it all comes down to is do what is most comfortable for you, as long as it's not reeling upside down like this guy.
I am reviewing the Excalibur X80 fishing rod combo. It's a 6.5 foot long rod.
This right here is the ultimate definition of biting off more than you can chew. My buddy Chuck Eggert sent me this photo the other day. His daughter found this 23-inch walleye washed up on shore, west central Minnesota, and it had choked on a 6-inch bluegill. This is just more proof that walleyes are not afraid to take down a big meal. A new state record, red ear sunfish was just caught in Missouri the other day. It's another alternative methods record, and this time it was Andrew Hunt, which is kind of a fitting last name, who thwacked it while bow fishing on Lake Taneycomo, which I definitely mispronounced. He actually thought it was a big shad when he shot it until he reeled it in and noticed it was a red ear sunfish. You know it's a big bluegill when you can literally lip it like a bass. It sounded like it was his first time ever bow fishing and he was out with a guide, so that one's gonna be a tough one to top. Congrats on the new state record, man. Number 4. So, in case you're curious, fish can get addicted to meth and go through withdrawals, because I know we were all curious about that. Apparently a professor and ecologist at Czech University of Life Science did a little study where they put 60 brown trout in a drug-free tank and 60 brown trout in a tank laced with 1 microgram of meth per liter of water. And then these researchers had the fish soak in this meth-tainted water for 2 months before transferring them into a clean tank for 10 days. And the experiment went on to put them in this holding tank that had 2 separate streams of water pouring in, clean water and meth-tainted water, and they could choose which stream they wanted to go to. Apparently the water didn't mix, and of course the fish that had been soaking in meth for 2 months all chose the meth-tainted water. For the first 4 days after they removed the meth-tainted water, were just kind of sedimentary, is that the word? Sedimentary? They were chill. They weren't feeling so hot, and they just kind of moped around for 4 days, and the fish that were in the clean tank swam about as normal. So they're saying that those fish were going through withdrawals from meth because researchers gave fish meth.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
I don't even know what to say. I don't understand why people were getting money to make this study happen. If any one of us were to just go get some meth and put some fish in it and figure out whether they had withdrawals or got addicted, I mean, we'd be in jail for years, right? But somebody is funding this project just because, so now you know. And number 5. Here's an office chair that I could totally get down with, especially on a Friday afternoon. Now, hopefully Trent isn't too busy daydreaming to actually get a little bit of work done. And man, I'm assuming that was just a spare seat that he converted into an office chair, because otherwise somebody needs to get my man Trent back out on the water ASAP. Which, by the way, you want to know how to tell you haven't been out fishing enough recently? I saw this pic posted on the Lund Boat Owners Facebook group, and apparently Bill Bonofsky sees your cobwebs and raises you mallard.
It's a real handsome duck.
Mallard.
I like my eggs over easy, Bill. Just saying. That wraps up this week's top 5. Big shout out to Seafoam for keeping us running smooth. And if you want more walleye content like this, make sure you sign up for the free Target Walleye emails at targetwalleye.com. I'll see you back in 7.